Hello, Sora. What's up, everybody? I'm doing this time. So, I have a question. So there's this one thing I was wondering about, and I tried to figure out what the answer to it could be, but I couldn't figure it out by myself. So I need your help, everybody. So, I think this had something to do with their character or something. So as a guy who kind of studied psychology back in university, I'm really curious about this. I kind of tried to figure out why it is like that for them, and for others, it's not. So here's the question. Ready? Finally a different shirt. I mean, I've been kind of wearing that white one as well. But yeah. So here's the question. Yeah, so I seriously tried to figure out what the answer for it could be, but I still am unable to figure out the answer by myself. So ready? So here's the question. Are there any Americans here? If so, you say yes, say yes. I'm just curious, how many Americans here are, or they are. I mean, so there are a lot of Americans, right? So yes, and a lot of you guys are Americans, and I knew about it because in the first place, if you didn't know, so I have a question. I have a question. Where do you guys think most of my viewers come from? And you are literally, I kind of know where you are too, but yeah, because I hacked your computer. Tell me. Thank you. I get that from Japanese people too. Okay, Japan. If you say Japan, there should be Japanese people here. But you don't really see Japanese people here, right? I'm 12. Nice. So, okay, Malaysia, North America, USA, South, Indonesia, United States. So, obviously, most of my viewers are Americans. I mean, there are a lot of reasons, but so... Actually, I'm not really curious why most of my viewers are Americans. Let's say... So, this is basically it. Ready? So, it's there are a lot of people, right? Americans are boom. That's how my channel is. So it's that's kinda why I sort of make videos based on what Americans might do. Yeah, it's kinda like this. And then what comes next is probably Philippines here. And India probably. And Rome here, everything else is kind of same. And so people in those countries tend to ask me what I think about them, right? But Americans, they never do. They never ask me what I think about Americans. That's my first question. Why do Americans never ask me what I think about America? Well, why do Americans never ask Japanese people what we think of America? Tell me. Compared to, so these people, Americans never ask me the question. Too scared. Let me tell you something. So it seems rude to ask. So we don't really care, to be honest. Okay, that makes sense. Don't really want to know. We know we suck. No, the thing about it is so here, let me tell you something. From my experience, I mean, so a lot of you guys probably think that Americans are rude, right? But on the internet, Americans are really polite. At least to me, on the internet. When they know I'm Japanese, they really they try to respect my culture. They just try to respect the Japanese people. They try to keep up with other people. They don't really do oh, I'm American. listen to me, bro. They don't do that. Yes, I know that. But I'm talking about the majority of like people. Like I'm talking about what I experienced with like Americans. Yeah, there are some people who just literally go like, I'm American, bro. I'm American. Speak English, bro. Yeah, so I know that's like very typical, right? But like that's just way too typical and nobody acts like that anymore because like people know that's cringy, right? So Americans are by far the chillest people from my experience on the internet, at least. So here's the thing. I have some interesting questions for a lot of people here. What did you think of this thumbnail? Americans, tell me. What did you think? Tell me just, not only Americans, any non-Americans out there. What did you think about this thumbnail? Like this is gonna be quite interesting and like I'm gonna ask you something. Cause I did some testing. You were about to sneeze now. I just took a picture of like some random, stuff from like my previous stream. Okay, made me click, I got curious. But you probably know about my channel already, so. Oh god, this again, need more guns, freedom build, you swallow the fly. Okay, why are your eyes closed? It's from like one of cringy moments I had in my previous stream. So here, right? Americans are usually polite and they don't expect us to go like, oh my gosh, America is the best. So they know how to behave well, is what I figured out. So when I was back in university, it was like a kind of like an international kind of thing. I mean, it's not an international university, but like there were so many people from like foreign countries, like so many people from like overseas. So from my experience, Americans by far were the chillest from my experience. Here's the question. Here's the next question. Ready? What do you think about this picture then? All right, tell me everybody. I did some testing. And I actually got it right. I got some like reactions I wanted from people. And I was like, okay, that's actually quite interesting. Here, tell me. See? Ultimate clickbait. I mean, you probably are not American, but too much countries. Marketing, cringe. Country tier list. Do you watch anime? I mean, clickbait. So why is this clickbait though? Why is this clickbait? So why this is not a clickbait, but why this is a clickbait? Because you want everyone to watch that video. The thing about it is like if I wanted everyone to watch like this stream, I'm gonna put freaking 20 more like flags, right? Because it's just one country. The thing about it is like here. So here's like when it's kind of interesting. When I mention India, people go like, that's clickbait. Why is this, by the way? And so I was like reading comments like on stream, right? Like pre-stream chat basically, and I noticed some people went like, "This India, that's clickbait." When I did this, I didn't get any comments, and I was like, "Why though? Why are Americans fine with it, but like why are not Indian people like fine with it? Like what is the difference here? Because it's reasonable to clown on Americans, but the other ones might be controversial. So here's the thing, why though? So from my experience, can I talk about something like really inappropriate? I didn't even notice this thumbnail changed. I wanted to do social experiment because like this is like where you can legitimately tell how Americans actually are chill. Yeah, Americans. So here's the thing. People get canceled for saying some like very, how do I say this? Like people get canceled for some like small things, right? So if I say something like I don't like America, do you think I would get canceled? Yes or no, tell me. If I say like, if I said something like, I don't like America, do you think I would get canceled? Tell me. No, it's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. When you see a flag, when you're from the country, you will click the video, like stream either way. Like that's how it works. It's not like only Indians or like Filipinos. It's the same with any people. Like seriously, you just saw one American who just said like, oh, I saw American flag, right? So no, right? So if I say I don't like America, I wouldn't get canceled. But here's the thing. This is where it gets kind of interesting. If I said something like I don't like India, do you think I would get canceled? Tell me. And I can tell you like some more interesting stuff about this whole thing. Tell me. Yes, right? So there's like this one interesting thing, the different the death of a country that used to be occupied versus not. No, the thing is here. So USA is basically like, if you make fun of the USA, basically like people like, okay, that's awesome. You think you don't like USA, and Americans also go like, okay, I mean, that's kind of sad, but I understand it. But if somebody says like, I don't like India, what happens is kind of like people outside of India get offended as well. It's usually like, from my experience, this is like what I kind of observed, but people kind of go like, why though? And Indian people also go like, why though? And I think Philippines is kind of like the same too, actually. But you know what happens when you say, I don't like Japan? You know what happens? This is actually freaking hilarious to me. And thank you, season greetings. USA plus Japan Alliance forever. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. You know what happens? 日本と同じじゃないですか。誰か hate Japan って言ったらみんな私しない。いやしない、絶対しない。So here. So if you say like I don't like America, people will like, so this is like people, like as in like everybody on the internet. People like, yeah, I agree with you. And this is like Americans, right? So Americans are like, okay. And if you say I don't like India, like I don't like Philippines, then people on the internet go like, why though? Why? And inside, like, people from India and the Philippines also go like, why though? But if you say I don't like Japan, this is what happens. People on the internet freaking go like, meanwhile, people in Japan are like, I agree with you. Like, this is what I've seen. Like, seriously. So, the thing about it is like, I feel like I don't still get why this is like this. I mean, why though? Like, it's, so the thing about it is like, I know a lot of people who almost got canceled for saying like something like, you know, I don't like anime, I don't like Japanese culture, I don't like Japanese people, I think Japanese language ugly. It's usually like, I still have never seen any Japanese people who try to do cancel like them. Why is that though? 意識高い系の日本人とマスメディアが喜ぶ。意識高い系の日本人って国内では言ってますけど、わざわざ行かないんですよね、他の人に。なんでだろうってずっと思ってて。And Kalon Pendergrass. Hi, sir, I'm a Toyota mechanic in Florida and love your content. Can you please say Toyota Corolla and Toyota Highlander in your best English, please? Ah, Toyota Corolla, Toyota Highlander. That's how we say it in Japanese. And Live and X, gotta protect the anime waifus. But thank you so much for the donation. So like, I was curious about it. So from my experience, let me tell you something. Americans are really chill. Honestly, I mean, there are some like insane weebs who just literally go like, if you say, so Americans are like, I suck at writing. Americans are like, basically chill. But there are some hardcore weebs who get offended for Japanese people, like around here. But most of the people out there are chill. Like, it's kind of like this. And they know how to make fun of themselves. Right? And there is some hardcore weebs who get offended for us. I think it's quite interesting. And to be honest with you, my impression about Americans is quite great. What do you think about Canada? Canada is actually the same. If you say I don't like Canada, they do like this same thing, like where they say like, yeah, I mean, we have like great things, but yeah, I agree with you. I mean, people have different opinions, whatever. But from my experience on the internet, especially from people from India and the Philippines, if you say like I don't like Philippines, I don't like India, then people inside of the countries usually go like, why though? And people outside of like those countries also get offended for you as well. So, and on the other hand, again, like Japan, it's kind of like 英語でそういうコメントしたじゃないですか。弁明なできなさそうな、イメージありますので、そちらが一方的なダメージを受けてる印象でかいから、他の人が反撃するじゃない、正義感とか。どういうことだろう。正義感とか。正義感。なるほど。And T-Man, thank you. My guess is India isn't used to being in anything resembling a spotlight for anything. The thing about it is, I mean, there's like Indian restaurants everywhere, right? No. Filipinos don't hate Filipinos. I mean, Filipinos are friendly. I mean, they are like known for freaking their friendliness, right? My super chat got ignored. Really? I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I feel like Filipinos are really chill. And thank you, season greetings. Americans don't get offended by criticism because we are confident enough to laugh it off due to their economy and military, etc. 日本人が英語できないイメージありますので他の人が助けたい感じと言いたいです。いや、それはワンチャンある。やっとゲせた。Wait. So, have you guys ever got mad about people who said something like Japan sucks, or like I don't like Japanese people, like I don't like Japan? Yes or no? Tell me. I'm curious. I wanna ask like why you guys got mad for them instead. Do you think Korea and Japan's relations gonna improve? It's actually improving a lot. I'm gonna tell you why, like how. アラブ人や中東の人は、それも後で言いますね。今から全部語りますが、this stream is gonna be kind of long probably. I'm guessing like it's gonna be probably a full like freaking 4 hours, like 3 hours maybe. So. Okay, no, I'm Japanese. Okay. For the people who just voted yes, I'm curious like why and how? Is it because like they insulted like your favorite anime, or like they actually said something mean? There is something called Filipino bait because when a foreign YouTuber talks or reviews Philippines, they get views instantly, and others abuse it, doing the same video over and over again. It's the same everywhere though, by the way. So if you do some like research, actually, it's the same like in any countries as well. It's the same with like Americans. It's the same with like Indians. It's the same with like Japanese people, Koreans. It's called like it's basically the trend on YouTube. Reaction. So basically, if this is gonna be useful for some people like who want to be famous on YouTube, but on YouTube, reaction videos tend to get more attention than like other videos. Like, so if you are like freaking trying to be a VTuber, if you're trying to be a YouTuber, what you should do is this: make a reaction video based on foreign cultures, like based on celebrities that are outside of your country. Like, so let's say like a Japanese person reacts to Gordon Ramsay, something like that. A Japanese person reacts to this weird Filipino food, Japanese person reacts to Indian guy speaking fluent Japanese, like all those things. It's what it's like. So it's not only Filipinos, it's not only like, Indians. You can actually look it up yourself as well. I mean, so I am into like data and stuff like that. So I actually collected like all the data myself, and yeah, it's like that. Like if you follow this format, you kind of get attention. And Rasek, thank you. Hey, so a small off top. Is it your voice video about Polybius on Aho? Yes. Warm regards and love your channel. Thank you so much for the donation. Yes, that's me. I do voice acting, voiceovers, so yeah, that's me. So, how to farm views and subs. That's basically how it is, and that's kind of why like Japanese reacts videos were a thing before. So, the thing about it is like if you do it in a stream, you don't really get like views, or like you don't really get reach. Because streams are for the people who already know your channel. Like, it's not gonna work. So, like, if you want to get views, or like, if you want to get subs, or like, if you want to get money, you shouldn't do it in a stream. Like, streams are only pushed for the people who know about your channel already. Like, so the thing about it is, like, I have a question. Every time I stream, do you guys know like how many subs I get? Tell me. I'm curious. I'm curious what everybody thinks what it's like. And as thank you, here is a sentient wig. Thank you so much for the donation. Every time I stream, 英語を話せるだとこいつ天才がそう日本のねやつのあれですね。Alright. So this is why people probably think like it's how it works, right? No. Again, if you streams are for your subs. You never get new subs from streams. You lose subs from streams. That's how it is. If you want to grow your channel, you never stream on YouTube. That's kind of why people never stream in the first place on YouTube. That's kind of why they have Thank you so much for the donation, Blaze. Thank you so much for the donation. Wait, really? Yes, I can show you some proof of like how many subs I lose like every time I stream. Yes. What about Rin then? Rin-san's the same. Any VTubers are the same. If you stream, you lose subs. That's how it works on YouTube. So if you want to, grow your channel, never stream. You never see like any big YouTubers like who freaking stream frequently like me, right? Because it's actually bad for your channel. Like, so for me though, like since I literally don't care like what happens to my channel, so I just like do everything on my channel. So wait, let me just read this. Raymond Slim, a Western cultural guilt over colonialism is a huge factor in all the outrage on others' behalf. Also, thoughts on Australia? I'll talk about it later, thank you. But thank you so much for the donation. And Blaze, thank you so much. Yes, you lose subs because you're cringing them. Yes, that too. But I can just tell you, I can just show you actual data of like some stuff. So like, let's say, from like my most stream, I guess like that's gonna be great. So here, this is from I don't think I can actually show this data on YouTube, but maybe I can. So I will literally answer any questions if it's related to Japan. I did that stream recently, right? I don't know if you guys watched it or not. So I lost like 10 subs. It's normal, by the way. It's how it is. People probably lose more. I know people who lose like 50, 60 every time they stream. So it's how it is. If you stream, this is how it is. And it is how it is. It is how it is. I've never seen any people who only grow off of like streams, except for VTubers who belong to like agencies, because like they freaking have like a backup and everything. Like they have like, you can show analytics. Okay, so that's how it is. So if you want to grow like your channel, if you want to get views, never stream. So just do opposite of like what I'm doing. But then here's a question. Do you guys know how many subs I get if I make videos? Tell me. I've seen gamers on YouTube only streaming here though, but they make videos at the same time, right? If you just only stream, it's not really good. There are some exceptions. Alright, so here. If I make a video, so maybe let's just pick the most recent video I uploaded. If Japanese people were honest with foreigners, I gain about this. See? Even though I cannot do the similar stuff, I'm not really similar because I actually do skits. So that's the difference here. You gain more, and you gain more if you make videos. You make more ad revenue as well, by the way, if you make videos. If you do stream, alright, so here, let me show you something. Actually, the recent ad revenue has been kind of going up recently, so can I show everybody like the ad revenue? I don't think I can. That's like against the guidelines. So from the stream, I only got like $20 like ad revenue wise, and from that video, I recently uploaded, I got about like 100. It's not that much, but so streaming is seriously not good for anything. Like you shouldn't even stream. Like it's not even good for growing your channel. It's not even good for like anything. It's only good for like when you just want to just know your viewers. Like that's kind of what it's like. So clickbaiting on stream never works. It seriously never works. Clickbaiting on videos might work though, actually, because that's just how YouTube works. So I have a friend who is a YouTuber who had to do spin-off another channel for streams. Commenters said they answered because they wanted long-form videos. That too. In my channel, like on my channel, I don't really lose a lot of subs for like streaming. I sometimes gain as well, but like it's not that much. So, but won't watch time be low if you clickbait? Depends. Because some people will still watch it either way. And T-Man, thank you. What's your opinion on the A-bombs dropped at the end of the war? Oh, atomic bomb? One thing I can say is what I think about that, huh? What's my opinion? I mean, I actually kind of went through like a lot of things about that. So what I think about it, right? I mean, I know like people think it's probably like inappropriate to talk about it, but like if I just don't talk about it, then like you will not know like what it's like, right? So I can just talk about it too. I mean, it's fine. I'm saying it's fine. I'm saying it's fine, but because you want to know, right? Yeah, so there are like a lot of I mean, if I'm saying it's fine. You don't have to get offended for me. Like this is exactly the this is exactly what I was talking about. People get offended for me instead. People get offended for Japanese people, like when we are saying it's fine. Again, don't get offended for me, everybody. It's fine. So, let's see. So I wasn't born like when that happened, right? So I don't know what it was like. ちょっと難しいよね。そう、ちょっと難しいんですよ、これ。結局それがきっかけで終わったっていうのは間違いないから。I mean, so I heard it had to be there, right? To just stop the Japanese. And yeah, I honestly don't think it should have like even happened in the first place, right? But one thing I can say is like, yeah, Japanese people don't really think it was a good thing, like obviously, right? And yeah, we learned like a lot of stuff about that at school, and like what we learn is like, so this happened, so it shouldn't happen anymore in the future. So You can't hide the history. Yeah, I mean, it happened. It happened. Like somebody has to talk about it. I'm fine talking about it. Like I can don't get offended for Japanese people. Like when they are saying like, Japanese people like fine. It was inevitable. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like again, like I was not alive like back then. I was not born. I don't know what it was like. And yeah, well, it's kind of unfortunate, but we learned what happens after that, right? So the thing about it is like in 2020, because of some specific countries are kind of like going. I don't know like how much I can talk about this, but some specific countries are kind of having a beef, right? And I think the major reason why the A thing is not used is because there was like this one passed before when Japan got that. So I feel like Japan getting that is stopping people from using it at the same time. So do they talk about Imperial Japan war crimes? Yes. So I don't know like if I can say like that should have happened, but it shouldn't even happened actually in the first place. But we learned from that, right? People learn from mistakes, people learn from history. So if that didn't even happen in the first place, I think like our current like situation would have been like a lot different. But at the same time, it's stopping people from using it. So but that's kind of what I think about that. And honestly though, it's not my profession, as in, like it's not really something I know about a lot, so I don't know like how much I can talk about, because like there are a lot of things like I don't know about that, because again like I was not born back then. So but yeah, that so burst up with the past I can't. Yeah, I know, I mean, so that's kind of why we still like have to learn from the past and just like think about what to do in the future, what not to do. So but yeah, anyways. And a future trader. I'm American born, raised, but parents are Indian, so I look brown that, okay? I'm tech lead at Google who studied at MIT, so they shouldn't think I'm stupid. Future trader, thank you so much. I'm American born and raised, but parents are Indian, so I look brown that, okay? I'm tech lead at Google who studied at MIT, so they shouldn't think I'm stupid. Wait, what should I say about this though? Like, what is my answer supposed to be? I'm curious, everybody. Like, what am I supposed to say here? Tell me, everybody. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Tell me, everybody. Tell me. I actually need your help. Is this supposed to be a troll comment? Well, like, you actually wanted to talk about yourself. I mean, if you wanted to talk about yourself, I mean, that's fine. I mean, but I don't really think this has anything to do with what I was just talking about. But yeah, he's smart. He's very smart. Yeah, so future trader, you are very smart. And you look brown. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, amazing. Like, that's amazing. And yes, thank you. Why are you using so much hair wax today? Because stream. But yeah, future trader, you are so smart, and I know you're American born, raised, and your parents are Indian, so you look brown. That's amazing. I have nothing against that. And yeah, you work at Google. That's amazing. That's something I really respect, and that's amazing. What are you drinking today? Zone. And 5150 hold. Does that explain why Kaksha Green lost subscribers? She had 20. No. She never had 20. She only had like 17.4k. I mean, I kind of still like talk to her like once a week, so I know like what it's been like. She never lost like that much, but if she has like 17.8, she actually is gaining recently. But no, but it happens to her as well. Like, it's just how it goes on YouTube. If you stream, you lose subs. Like, so if you wanted to grow your channel, you make videos. Like, that's kind of what you have to do. And just don't stream at all. It's bad for your channel, seriously. If you wanted to make money, just make long videos and make Patreon stuff and do business outside of, like, you know, YouTube. Seriously, streams are really bad in every way on YouTube, in my honest opinion, because I experienced it myself. And man of culture, a lot of American historians now agree the bombs were dropped because the US didn't want Soviet Union to invade northern Japan and split the country. I kind of read that too. So there was like this one video that was talking about how the nuke thing happened and whatever in Japanese. And yeah, I learned that actually. スパチャもらえるのにですか、そのスパチャの額は実は6割ぐらいしか入ってないんで、例えばですよ、1万円もらったとしたら6000円入ってくる感じなんですが、そのスパチャって永遠に入ってくるわけじゃないんですよ。これって落とし穴があって、やるとその分だけもらえるって思ってる人結構多いんですけど、これって一発が大きいとそう見えるだけであって、実際中身開くと騒音が入ってこないですよ、マジで。だからもっと儲かりたいっていう人とかめっちゃ儲かってる人って多分スパチャで儲かってる人よりかはもうミスタービーストみたいなああいうタイプで動画やってる人もしくは商品売ってる人が一番儲かります間違いなく。 And Shilla Frigger designer Sora cooking stream next when maybe next week, let's see. And Rodrigo M, there's a bunch of Brazilians asking about Brazil. I'll talk about that too. 悲しい話やな、しょうがないです。そもそもまあGoogle 側もね欲しいので、そういうね手数料だとか。 I hate that being American means I suck at geography, can't learn languages, I'm stupid. So I broke all the stereotypes by looking at maps all day, becoming a polyglot and big brain. That's awesome. I mean, that's amazing. Alright, so here's like what people think about, what Japanese people think about each country. I'm gonna just start doing that now, right? Because I literally get questions like them in every stream I do. And I really wanted to find a way to just like, you know, somehow put a period to it, because everybody, you know, like there's actually a way to know what people think, what Japanese people think about each country. 今日も前髪言われてますね。So here, let me show you something interesting, everybody. Ready? And Jugim, thank you. What do Japanese people think about Singaporeans? Thank you so much for the donation. I will talk about that later too. So there's like this one interesting website called Google. Do you guys know about this website, by the way, Google? So yeah, there's this one interesting website, right? Never heard of it. Really? Yeah, so this website is like really useful. And what you do is this, right? What do Japanese people think of India? And you can actually, see a lot of, results from this. And I kind of wanted to mention, like, you can literally find this everywhere. And what's amazing about this is, like, it actually doesn't have to be India. Like, so let's say, Philippines. What do you see? See? Isn't that amazing? So I've been kind of thinking, this is the best way to figure out what Japanese people think about, like, each country. But still, I get questions like them. So, yes, I'm going to just put a period to it somehow, because you guys probably want to know what I think about each country, right? And that Reaper, thank you. Hi Sora, I found your channel on YouTube recommended 3 years ago, and it still brightens my mood, so please keep up the streams. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. So so in this stream, I'm gonna personally talk about what I really think about each country and my experience with like people from there. And then I'm gonna just talk about what Japanese people might think about them in general, because that's probably what you guys want. And so after this stream, if you guys see any people saying something like, "Hey Sora, what do Japanese people think about this country, that country? Why do you ignore Bangladesh? Oh my gosh!" You guys can just tell them there's like this one interesting website called Google, and if you type, "What do Japanese people think of this?" you can probably find some amazing articles about stuff and find amazing videos about this. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted you guys to do. Yeah, this website is really useful. Like I've been kind of using this a lot. Like I can search like what do Americans think of Japanese people. Like yeah, I mean yeah, this kind of works too. See, yeah, this is amazing. Like I've been kind of using this a lot. So alright, let's start. And thank you, Shameless Mew. Watching all the episodes of MasterChef with fam was not more entertaining than Sora. So here I am. I'm not really entertaining, but thank you so much for the explanation. What have I missed this last 40 minutes? I was just talking about this one interesting website called Google, because Google is amazing. And as Rim said something about your hair above in chat. Yeah, I saw that. 前髪割れてるってやつ. And Shilla Frigger Designer responds to waifu Rinsan. Rinsan's not really waifu, but let me just call her and just say vagina. She's offline, what the f... Hello? Hello? Your mic is muted! Hello?
なんか、
Hello?
ハロー
Show me your vagina!
ショッピングジャイナ
Show me your vagina!
庶民用バジャイナ
言うんだ And 5150 Hole, thank you. Not here to make Green look bad, but she's a VTuber and she streams. I don't think videos of her stream count. Do you think if she made more song cover or highlight stream videos, she has more subscribers? Yes. Like if she wanted to actually grow her channel, like yeah, shorts. Like shorts. Spam shorts. Clips. Like streams are not for gaining subs. Streams are for interacting with your fans. Can you draw pictures of us? Sure. Before starting, like before talking about like what I think about each country, I can do that. Oh, I'm gonna just like draw a picture of like you guys based on where you guys are from. So I'm gonna first talk about so obviously America, because I mean let's start. So Americans and future trader, thank you. You are increasing my dollars by advertising Google. Thank you so much for the donation. 俺の国はあまり人気じゃないから Google でその結果見つけない。どこ出身ですかね。多分でもあんまり人気じゃないってことはヨーロッパの結構小さい国かアフリカの方ですよね。多分あんまちょっと間違えてたすみません。Alright, so first America, right? American, my impression about Americans. General impression, like about Americans, right? Americans. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And thank you, Howard Gauthier. Hey, Sora, I love the topic idea. I was wondering what you personally would say the major differences between Canadian and American. I could Google it, but I want your personal take. More about Canada, please. Sure. So this is kind of what I think about. Should be fatter. You say like Americans are fat, right? But yes, so like the thing about it is like you see a little like fat Americans maybe in America, but I don't really have like that impression, honestly. Like you say like Americans are fat, but that's not really my first impression for some reason. Maybe just because like the American people I've met so far kind of care about their diet, forgot to draw a hamburger. Yeah, this is kind of like my personal impression. Alright, next. So next is Canada, sure. So Canadians, right? Canadians. Alright, so Canadians are kind of like what the Henshu Branco, thank you so much. Hey, Sora, could you use Mexico, please? Sure. So that's Canada, maybe. And then Mexico. Let's see. Tequila is not from there, is it? I was like friends with some people from Mexico, and one of them literally told me this, and I was like, "What the fuck? What does that even mean?" Yeah, see, see. Like you can even say like some Mexicans here saying that. Like they literally say that. Like, oh, you know what? I love my country. Like Mexico is the best. And I I said something like, oh, then should I visit there? They usually go like, no, don't. You'll get robbed. And I'm like, then what? Sure, okay. And Mark Katona, thank you. Paul, do you like Fortnite? Yes, I play Fortnite. I don't really play Fortnite, but yeah. This is kind of like my cactus. No, as a Japanese guy I don't really have that impression. メキシコは水の代わりにコーラ飲むんでしょ。そのイメージないの。So this is kind of... Oh. This, maybe? I could be wrong. Alright, so next. Did anybody say like めっちゃしたボタン自分ないんすよねなんだか Alright, so are there any people so anybody did anybody say hey India yet? Because like that's usually what I get on my channel. Alright, so let's just go to India next. Indians. They usually have like this hair. No, wait, let me just... They usually have like this hair. You know what I mean though? They have this hair. This hair... Yeah, they usually have like this hair. It's not like this Indian's fat. It's just I am not good at drawing. And then... I've been curious about this one interesting like thing like that happens in India. So from my experience, why? So all the adult Indians I've met are freaking smart as hell. I haven't still seen any Indians that act stupid or that is dumb. I don't really know like if I can say dumb, but all the Indians I've met so far are freaking smart. Yes, they are smart. And they are really well mannered. They are freaking polite too. Yeah, they are really polite. They are polite, they are well mannered. But for some reason, when adult Indians are really well mannered, there are a lot of kids who just go this. Why is it though, by the way? And the scam calls, I know they are known for that, but still. Why is it though, by the way? That's so true, yeah. Education system. Maybe, yeah, that makes sense. So that means like education system in India is actually really, really good. Isn't that kids everywhere? No. Japanese kids are opposite. Japanese kids learn to be quiet. So usually like they're freaking really, really quiet. You never really see Japanese kids like saying this, really. They are usually quiet and polite. There are some kids who say stuff like this, yes, of course. But compared to, I just know what Japanese kids act like, and yeah, of course, like there are some like obnoxious kids here too. But still, I feel like that's kind of what it's like, maybe. So, but yeah, maybe I guess maybe the education system is like really good there, is what I'm guessing. Maybe, or I might be stupid. Do Japanese kids ask you if you like Fortnite? They never asked me if I like Fortnite yet. And next is Philippines. I have to put the Philippines. Did I spell it right? Philippines. They're... Thank you so much for the donation. Machine Gun Piss. 5000兆円欲しい。わかるけど、ありがとうございます。They wear t-shirts, like only. I've never seen them like wear a jacket. And this is a girl. This is their hair, usually. Like, what I mean is like... You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. So, you know what I mean though? Their hair, like being like this? Like, to their sides, basically? You know what I mean? Yeah, long hair, and yeah, like this, yeah. A middle parted. They usually have this hair. Usually. If you are a girl in the Philippines, bald on top, no, that's not what I mean. Like, it's kind of like this here. This. And if you're a guy, then if you're a guy, it's like basically. And then if you don't know what green jokes are, Google it. Like this is like this one thing Filipinos say. which is like green jokes. Like, if you say penis to Japanese people, they freak out. They usually go like, but somehow, if you say penis to Filipinos, they usually go like, and I'm being curious, why though? As a Filipino, this is not accurate at all. This part, or this part, or this part, or this part, or this part. Or which part? Which part? Which is not accurate? Which is not accurate? Which is not accurate? Oh. Isn't this what Filipinos do though? And this? And green jokes. Green jokes is like literally what Filipinos say though. Green jokes is basically like, it's like a dirty joke. It's when you make sexual jokes, it's called like green jokes. We do more than that. I know. I mean, if I just like go into like all the details, it's gonna probably be like, yeah, 30 minutes more. Pinoy Pride. Yeah, that.下ネタ大好きカントリーではないけど、めちゃくちゃ寛容ですね。What do you think of Philippines? I mean, yeah, true that. Filipinos, even Hispanic, like there are a lot of like different races in there too. So I have like a lot of Filipino friends, and I actually spent a lot of my time with like Filipinos as well. So this is like legitimately from my experience, like what Filipinos were like. And yeah, so like some Filipinos are really white, and some Filipinos are really, not really tan, but more like some people are kind of blackish. Some people look Hispanic too, yeah. So it depends. Anyways, and next is Australian? England next, please. My impression about England is gonna be kind of messed up though, but sure. They have this hair. I don't know if I'm gonna draw in, but ready? And like fade, like this, and like fade around here, like fade. Crooked teeth? Not really. I don't really think I've seen any English people that are like that. And they usually wear like shirts like me. Like they wear long jeans. Then 母王 of はの国。そうですね。母王 of はそう。えー、っと。Oh, English girls. This is just my experience, but for some reason, they usually look like this and they say this. Maybe this is just like from my experience. Yeah. All the people who are from there. I don't know. This might be just like me being stupid. Like all the people that I've met from there say like, I love metal. Like if they're girls. And they say this too. So every time I bring like British people to like British restaurants in Japan, they say this like, you Japanese people suck up making fish and chips. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm sorry. We aren't really good at that. Sorry. Then they suddenly say like, it's okay, mate. and I'm like, sure. Well, yeah, that's kind of like my impression. And next is Indonesians. Oh, Brazil. I don't know what I'm drawing. I'm just trying to say like they like to dance. They say that, but they say. There's like this one interesting, like, contradiction. They say, like, I love my country, but don't visit. But when will you come to Brazil? I've been getting a lot of comments like these from Brazilians. Okay, that's Brazil. So next is North Korea. Korea, yeah, sure. I guess like that's important too. Nice, so Korea here. wait. How do I draw? No! Okay, that works. No, what the f- Thank you, S. Do you think Koreans are giraffes? No. I mean, I know I suck at drawing, but... And, how do I spell Samson? Samson? Samsung! Hi! And, Samson, okay. So people say like Japanese people and Koreans like have freaking beefs and whatever, right? But actually they tended to be good friends, from my experience. Once they get out, they get out of their countries. Like they, methodical. Yeah, right. I'm sorry, methodical. And so next is who? Not cooties. Germany. Yeah, their image of me like is really this. All the Germans I've met so far are freaking like super good looking models. I don't know why. Girls have like this hair. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but you guys know what I mean? This hair. Never mind, this is what Americans say. Oh yeah. This might not be true. This might not be true. I never thought they sound angry though. I'm sorry. What else? 韓国7番だった。直すか。6に8にすればいいのかな。That's kinda it. I mean, I don't know about them, honestly. あらゆるそれはある。インドどう思う言いますけどね。そう、インドはすごい言われるから、インドは先にカバーしましたよ。ベトナムか、ビエトナム。Yeah, sure. Vietnam's gonna be kinda interesting. How do I draw this? How do I draw this? No! Yeah, somebody got it. Yeah, somebody got it. Thank you so much. Somebody got it. Thank you so much. And thank you, S. Just stop counting you're on like 11 and 12. Oh. They said therefore in English for some reason. I don't know why. It's from my experience. I might be wrong, but what else? And Hawado, thank you. As someone from Germany, there's one more fun fact. Germans are known for known to utter Jibrihi Deutsche du Frenzon when spoken in a foreign language. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the donation. 陶器のイメージある。ああ、そっか。ベトナムのイメージってでも俺正直あんまないんだよな。I don't really know like much about Vietnam. I'm just thinking about like that one friend I had back in university. And I didn't really talk to him that much. Yeah, I don't really know much about Vietnam, honestly. Athletic, I don't have like that impression about them. Yeah, I don't have like much. I don't know much about them actually. So 東南アジアっていうイメージしかないね。それはある。Yeah, I don't know much about them. I never really had like a lot of friends from Vietnam. 原付ああAnd rice, yeah, rice. But I don't know how much rice they eat, so I'm gonna put a question mark. Indonesia next, sure. This is hair. This is hair. This is hair. This is hair. Not exactly. Yeah, I can still tell like they are not Japanese, so寿司レプリカか。And Lemon Drunky, thank you. Here's $1 to go towards your drawing lessons. Thank you so much for the donation. I mean, I'm not good at drawing, I'm sorry. I don't know how to draw even in the first place. Is Australia, thank you? Yeah, I guess Australia is, yeah. I feel like I should just talk more about them. Yeah, Australia next, sure. Australia? Do you know Kobo? Well, what is it? Why is VTuber in parentheses? Cause Indonesian YouTubers are not popular here, but Indonesian VTubers are popular here. Which I thought was kinda interesting. So... What else I can talk about them? What else I can? I don't know. I don't really know like what else I can talk about them. Yeah, I know like they're not that buff, but that's just my impression, right? That's true, Sora. You do have an American accent. If you actually think I have an American accent, I can tell you something, but here, everybody here. If you think I have an American accent, vote yes. If you think I don't, vote no. Because I really have to just talk about something. Japanese YouTube editing versus American YouTube editing. That's actually kind of quite interesting. Yeah. So, first of all, I'm not American, okay? I'm not American. And so, alright, so I don't know how much, like, alright, so, you act really American. I don't act American either, by the way. I don't act American. Wait, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna say some words, right? And if I still sound American, vote yes. Ready? I'm gonna say some words in English. If I still sound American, then vote yes. Ready? You are literally doing it. I'm not American. I don't even sound American. I freaking just purposefully like just try to avoid saying some words in like the American way. Ready? Apparently. Girl. Sure. Girl. Internet. Winter. I swim in the winter. I don't. Wagon. Wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Girl in internet. Americans say like internet. Oh, my internet, bro. My internet, bro. Internet. Speaking as an American, you act American when you are speaking English, but it's hard to say what accent you have. I don't. Water. That's only some Americans. That's not how you speak. I actually say like, apparently though. Internet. You literally have no accent to me. Now you're just trying to sound non-American. Try saying I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay. It's not American, no. It's not. Americans say like, you sound like a Japanese who has learned to speak by listening to Americans. That's not even how I learned English either. Like, so when I grew up speaking English, I didn't have like American friends that much. I had Australian friends more. So I tried to sound Australian before. Like, seriously. So I literally went like, hey mate, how's it going mate? I, B, C, D, E, F, J. Like, I tried to speak English like this before. I know I don't sound Australian or anything, but you know what I mean? I cannot really do it anymore. But like that's kind of like what I try to do. I mean, cause like my friends kind of sounded like that. But yeah. And what is this? No! No! What do you mean? Most of your accents sound like American, but some word. Okay, I mean, not sure. Can we move on? Not sure. But yeah, whatever. I mean, if people think I sound American, it's whatever. But I never try. I don't really think I've ever tried to sound American. But yeah, sure. Let's move on. So that's Australia. I feel like I can talk more about Australians, but let's move on to Singapore. This is quite accurate. Oh, what's up, Nude HDXYZ, best adult dating site? What's up, bro? Do you want me to click on your link and do you want me to visit your website? But let me tell you, everybody here is a weeb and virgin. I'm a virgin. Your strat doesn't work here. Everybody's a virgin. We are not interested in you unless you don't provide anime content. Freaking work on your hentai before anything, you bot. Yeah, this guy still like hasn't learned anything yet. Like we only watch anime. We don't care if it's like if we can get laid one eye as long as like there's no anime content, dude. Nerd. 教え子で卒業したってことよ。なるほど。ゴミを落としたら罰金。ああ、そうそうそうそうそうそう。Singaporeans are really smart, from my experience, yeah. Singaporean girls look like... They kind of look similar. They sort of look like they sort of like look Japanese a little bit too. So they have like this hair. Like, you know what I mean? They have like this hair. They have this hair. A humid, yeah. Ah, yeah. They do this. So like the major difference between like weebs from Singapore and weebs from like other countries is like this. Weebs from other countries usually just keep talking about like anime, right? Like, oh, what anime do you like? Oh, Levi Senpai's cool. Blah, 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 blah. Singaporeans straight up like start talking like start like speaking Japanese like straight up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. What the what? I think they are just exposed to like Japanese culture so much to the point like where they just are not afraid of like making mistakes and like sounding cringy when speaking Japanese, which people kind of care about. So maybe. Well, yeah, this is kind of my impression. And next, China. Sure. Recently, Chinese people have like this hairstyle. I'm not really good at drawing, so I don't know if I can draw that or not. Like this. You know what I mean though? Like this. No, like this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This hairstyle. So all those like strict Asians you see in the States, for example, are usually Chinese. What else? If you stream for 4 hours again, I might have to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go stream for like 4 hours, but I'm not gonna stream for like that long either. Grounded? I doubt Grounded is the only thing they get with. Yeah, they get more than that for sure. They get more than that. I think you're running Riot. Practices piano 40 hours a day. Yeah, that too. Practices whatever. like they practice something like freaking for like forever, basically. Yeah. I agree with you. Music got here, that. And so next is Russia. I play CS:GO, right? And I have seen like a lot of Russians, and like now this is my impression about them. I'm from America, and as Americans, we think we are our intelligence. Our intelligence are below our all country that speaks two languages. That's kind of same in Japan, by the way. Oh, you wanna think what Japanese people think about Japanese people? By the way, this is actually hilarious. Japanese people out there, 日本人の人、ちょっと一回日本人が思ってるであろう日本人の印象を書くんで、合ってると思うんですよ。This is really hilarious, right? Ready? Japanese. So this is what people in Japan think about Japanese people. I can talk about this like freaking longer than like 3 hours. 楽しみっていうか、日本人ってめちゃくちゃ自虐的な文化があるから、すごいことになると思う、マジで。 日本人って本当になんかこういう文化持ってますね。I want to ask Japanese people. 大体こう思ってますよね、多分。大体。これ違います？これ大体みんなこういうこと言うと思うんですけど。あ、日本人の人いないかやとしてこれ。確かに。いや、本当に、なんだろう、日本人の人って、自虐好きっていうか、多分なんか、日本人が海外に相手されてないと思ってる。Like, Japanese people are like agreeing with me. This is like what they literally say. Like, we suck. 自己肯定感めっちゃ低い。そう、自信がない。そう。そう、マジ。Come to think of it, Japanese people freaking sound so unhappy about themselves. そもそも日本の文化詳しくない。いやいや、マジで本当に。No, I mean Americans are more like, hey, I love America, bro. American number one. They say that, right? I've never seen any Japanese people who say like Japan number one. They never say that. Inferiority complex. That's a huge thing in Japan. Yeah, you can kind of tell that from like watching me, right? I never say like, oh, I'm the best. Like, oh, I'm so good at this. Oh, I'm so cool. I never say that, right? そう、そう、マジでそれ。I mean, there are actually a lot of like great food here too. Maybe not this one. 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 So, Japanese people out there, how accurate is this? Like 10 out of like so out of 10. 10 being like もう全く同じ。マジで合ってる。1 being like 全然合ってない。10点中何点ぐらい合ってますよこれ。10点が10って書いたらもう全部合ってる。1がもう全然合ってないっていう。I mean, Japanese people are saying 10. そう製造業向いてるマジで。それを思う。If you talk to Japanese people and if you ask them if they like Japan, they usually say something like, I don't know. I don't know. Because like, so first of all, like our culture is basically, it's like we are not supposed to say like, we like papa. we have to kind of act modest or like you're cocky and annoying. So that. And Tom's Keys 000, thank you. Japan number one. Japan number one is actually something I've never heard in Japan. マジで、田舎は日本大好きって人多いね。確かに。田舎はすごい多い。Humble is the word of word, yeah. Like from my experience, Japanese people are really, really humble. Like, you know how in sports people usually say like, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. Oh, I'm the best. I sometimes see people saying that, but 日本に生まれてよかったのコメントは多いですね。けど、海外の方がいいっていう発言をする人は圧倒的に多い気がする。田舎だと結構偏見持った人多いよ。どっちもっすね。でも田舎は本当にピンキーなの知ってるからな。なんか九州の方とか行くとやばいの知ってるんで。So yeah, this. 日本人って感じね。日本人はね、その自分たちをすごいっていう文化が全くないから M に聞こえるんだよな、たまに。I don't think they think all foreigners are better. Technically, I mean, they are some different things. So. 日本人のことについていつか謙譲、いつ劣等感か分かりにくい。日本人は自分すごいって言うとダメな文化があるので基本謙遜するんですよ。だからこれどう思いますかって言われた時に他人のことだったらすごいって言うけど、じゃああなたはすごいですかって言われた時にいや自分クソなんだよっていう文化なんですよね。So like Japanese, so here's the thing. So like, you know how people outside of Japan ask questions like, hey, are you good at this sport? And if you are really good at the sport, you say something like, yeah, I'm good at that. Or like, yeah, I can do that. And I won in this tournament and whatever, right? That's what you guys say, right? In Japan, what happens is like, people never say like, I'm good at that. People literally, so even if you won in some tournaments, you literally say something like, oh, no, I'm bad at the sport. I suck. I'm the worst. So, yeah. I think it's actually kind of interesting, come to think of it now, actually. そう、出る杭は打たれるし、まあ、そういう文化だからな。So it's luck, yeah. Oh, I just got lucky. I just got blessed by the environment. ぶっちゃけその謙遜文化が嫌じゃないんですけど、でも問題点は本当に自信のある人が誰か分かんないのがちょっとめんどくさいなって思う時はある、実際。外国がいいとか言う人の方が、そうだからこれね、自分もこれ正直ぶっちゃけこれLet me actually talk to some Japanese people about some stuff like I've been thinking about. すごい思ってたことがあって、海外の方がいいって無条件で発する人たちのほとんどは大体その海外での経験で嫌な思いをしてないことが多いと思うんですよ。多分してたらまあ自分が無知だったってことになるんですけど、例えば海外の人の方が優しいとか海外の人の方がもっとこういうのがあるっていう人いるじゃないですか。あの人たちは多分その海外で嫌な経験をまだしたことがないからそうなってるんだろうなって印象なんですよね。というのも絶対どこの国にいてもどの人と相手しても絶対嫌な経験するんですよね。絶対日本でもそうだし海外でもそうだし、だからぶっちゃけどの国もいいんですよ。どの国でもいい。そう、そもそも海外にそもそも多分いろんな人と関わってない人多いんだろうなって思う時ありますけど、言わないですけどね。そうだからぶっちゃけた話、まあそういう経験ないのかなって思う時はありますね。言わないですけどね。でも心の中ではまあ多分そういう経験しないんだろうなっていうのは、自分の経験上どの人と関わっててもどの国の人と関わっててもやっぱそういう経験って一回はあるんですよ。どの国の人でもでいい経験もありますし、もちろんで日本人でもそうですし、日本の人ともまあ嫌な経験あるしいい経験もあるし、まあそういうのはどこでもあるもんっていうのが多分最終的な答えマジで日本人の人は結局そのなんて言うんだろう、嫌な経験をすることは少ないっていう点でおいてはダントツで上なんですよ、自分の経験上。礼儀正しい人が多いから。けど礼儀を気にするあまりか、ちょっと礼儀から外れてるとあいつやばいって文化にされちゃうところがあるんで、そこめんどくさいとは未だに思ってますね。それはすごいある。And Running Riot, thank you so much for the donation. すみませんが日本人 thank you so much. And Dante X Soldier, what's your opinion about Malaysia? So I'm gonna talk about it now too. So your Japanese is good. Yeah, I've been studying Japanese for 3 years now. So I've been kind of, getting better at it. マレーシア。日本人と関わってるから分かる。そう、本当に、ぶっちゃけどれが悪いとかないんですよね、マジで結論言うと。日本人にいい人ってめちゃくちゃ多いし、なんなら自分日本人の民度ってめちゃくちゃ高いと思ってるんで、よく言いますよね、インターネットとかで。日本人民度低いみたいな。実際、日本人はめちゃくちゃ民度高いんですよ、マジで。日本と韓国人って民度めちゃくちゃ高いけど、なぜかそこら辺を喧嘩してる人多いんですよね、ネット上で。不思議だなと思って。で、嫌な経験をする率が一番低いのは自分日本人だと思ってます、今のところ。一番そういう偏見で物事を進める人は少ないと思う。なんだかんだ言って外人と自分たちっていうなんだろうくくりがあるから理解しようとする人多いですね。あ、外人なんだ、外人だからなっていうのがある。でもその文化を嫌う人がいるのも分からなくはない。その外人っていう壁が嫌いな人いるんですよ。アメリカ人とか外人って言われたくないとか。ぶっちゃけそうどっちもどっちですね。自分はめちゃくちゃ民度高いと思ってるし、自分はいい人多いと思ってます、マジで。けどまあ人によるんですねって分かる。それもでも日本だからクソってのはないだろうなっての思う。海外に無条件にいいってのは間違いなくないです。経験上海外にも変な人いるし、海外でもいきなり暴言吐いてきたりね、すごいこと言ってくる人いるし、どっちもどっちです。日本人はそういう人は少ないけど、マナーはマジでめんどくさいなって思いますっていう個人のあれ。 And so Malaysia. Honestly though, Singaporeans and Malaysians, in my opinion, are really similar. Can I ask you guys about something? So, the relationship between like Singaporeans and Malaysians are good, right? Do you guys like it though? Like when we say like Malaysians and like Singaporeans are similar. Yeah, I know. So honestly, like when you told me this, like Dante Soldier, when you told me like what do you think about Malaysians, I was like, what? How are they different from like Singaporeans? Like that was my first impression. Yeah, that's Singapore. I know. So my honest impression about them is like Malaysians and Singaporeans are similar. Or like I really cannot tell like what's different about them usually. Do they like each other, by the way? There's like no beefs or anything, right, between them, like Singaporeans and Malaysians. Or are there like any beefs? No beefs. So basically, yeah, okay. So it's fine for me to think that they are similar. We love each other. Okay, so I'm gonna just say that like they are similar, because I really cannot tell like any differences between like Malaysians and Singaporeans. Like I really cannot. They act the same. They act the same. They sound the same too. Like when speaking Japanese, like their culture is kind of similar too. Okay, so yeah, I mean I can say that. Yeah, I mean I kind of just decided not to really say like they act the same and whatever. But and as Swedish people. Sora thinks Europeans are hot, confirmed. It's more like all those countries I kind of talked about so far really has like some insanely good looking people there. So, you were thinking of Finland with the metal and the shy. Swedes are outgoing and hate music. Really? All the Swedish people I've met so far freaking talk about metal, like everywhere. So I have like this one female friend called Sen. She's kind of like that. She's not really shy though, but she talks about this. Her sister talks about this. Her sister's like this kind of person actually, shy and like, and is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true, everybody? Is it true? Is it true? No clue. Sora wants a Swedish girlfriend. It's more like every Swedish like person I've talked to so far told me like, you know what, if you were Japanese and like if you come to Sweden you'll be popular as hell with girls, bro. And I'm like, nah, I'm not really interested in that. But thank you so much for telling me that. I heard that Korean people are, according to a few friends of mine, not sure about Japanese people. Honestly though, I mean, people outside of like Japan and Korea cannot tell the differences between like Koreans and Japanese people, right? Tell me, everybody, you cannot tell any differences between not Chinese people actually, Koreans and Japanese people. Sort of racist. Their faces usually look different. You sure? You sure? You sure? You sure? You sure? You can? You can? You can? You can, you said. Give me a little bit then. Is he Korean or is he Japanese? Let me take a poll. Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. Then alright, next. Ready? I just showed you guys the pictures of like Koreans. I didn't show you like any pictures of like Japanese people. So thank you so much. And that kind of proves something. I mean, we are both Asians. We both have like freaking similar cultures, and we both have like a similar fashion sense. So, I mean, so like all the people saying like it's easy, then it's not easy. It's not easy for us either. I mean, so that's just one thing you guys just learned. You know, I mean, it's easy when they look typical. Like, so for example, in my case, like people can tell that like I'm Japanese like instantly, right? Because I look insanely Japanese because of this. Like no Koreans do this, or like no any other people do this, right? This hair, right? So Japan also tries hard to be like America. Is Japan trying hard to be like America right now, actually? I'm curious. Really? Is Japan like actually trying to be like America now? Sometimes you can tell by the eyes too. Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? Like what? No, please don't. Because they ain't us. Not really. That's kind of what I thought. I don't really think Japanese people are like trying to be Americans. Don't think so. America's crazy. Okay. And to be honest, when I first saw you in white coat, I thought you were a doctor. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Like, so when I do YouTube, like I want to set up this, you know, character, and I just wanted to play the character, and I was like, oh, so I can just wear this white lab coat, and I can be somebody else, and that's kind of what I decided to do. And then I freaking started like doing some like inappropriate stuff, thinking like, oh, this is gonna be hilarious. And I noticed like a lot of kids were watching the thing, and I freaking stopped it instantly. And then I found out that my coworkers freaking found my channel, where I shout like, "Do you touch yourself?" or something like that to a girl. Yeah, that was like the most awkward moment ever. I don't have the lab coat now. That was like, yeah, I don't have it now. Like, it kind of disappeared. Like when I moved. I don't know. タイ人お願いします。タイか。タイか。タイのイメージってないんだよな。I don't really have like much. I don't really know like what Thai people are like. But this is their hair. Russia. Yeah, I did that. Like CSGO. Rush B, right? What the hell am I drawing? And I don't know much about Thailand, honestly. I don't know much about Thailand. Pad Thai. What about Pakistan? パキスタンのイメージは正直に言っちゃうとちょっと日本語で言いますね。なんかちょっと揉めそうなので。正直に言っちゃうとパキスタンのイメージってちょっと危なそうなイメージがあります。すいません。で、あんまり知らないんですよ。そもそもパキスタンって多分日本人みんなそのイメージあると思いますよ。ちょうど日本語で今聞かれたんで。多分危ない国っていう印象はめちゃくちゃあって、そんぐらいだろうな。そんぐらいしか知らないっす、マジで。それはそう。でもそれしかちょっとないっす、印象マジで。すいません。アフガニスタンじゃないそれ。でもちょっとその印象はあります、やっぱり。アフガニスタンは危ないとか危なくない以前にちょっとなんか、なんだろう。もっと別の問題があるイメージでございます。けど、まあ、そういう印象がございます。ニューハーフが多い。それは知らなかったです。ちょっと言いにくいな、パキスタンは。And I don't know about them. I'm sorry. The nature is beautiful. My family lives in the mountains in Thailand and the nature is actually amazing there, yeah. Nature. Nature. That's kind of sad. いやでも多分それパキスタンのことに言ってるんだとしたら日本人に聞いてみてください。多分みんな危ないって印象を持ってますよ。おそらく危ないよね、危なそうな国だよねっていうことは多いと思う。多分みんなそれ言うと思う。で自分もそんなにあんまり知らないんですよ。パキスタンって何がある国なのか知らないし、どういう国なのかって知らないんですけど、でも一番最初パッて出てきたイメージは危なそうだなっていう。多分そうイスラム系、そうイメージわかんないんだよね。そうなんだろうって考えた時に危なそうだなっていうのが最初に出てきたんで、なんか例えばなんか韓国の K-POP とか中国の例えばカンフーとか中華料理とかそういうイメージがパッて出てこないんですよね。例えばアメリカだったらね、アメリカのハンバーガー、アメリカ人の性格とかイギリス人のお茶とか、パキスタンって聞いた時にんっていうなんだろう、何も出てこないで最初に出てくるのが危ないかなっていう。でタイでさえなんかこういうの出てくるんですよ。なんとなくガパオとかかなって。ガパオってタイフードじゃないか。待って、ガパオはなんだ。ガパオはタイですよね。待ってください。ガパオはタイだ。あれ Is ガパオタイフード？ガパオ。水がない国は危ないイメージ、そう。What if Greenland was a country? Okay, it's Thai food, okay. Friends. This is just my personal opinion about French people. Ready? I mean, so as a guy who has a channel where I do weeby stuff, this is my impression. Ready? This is just my personal experience. ヨーロッパのウィーブ代表は本当に多分フランスに勝てるウィーブはいないと思う、マジで。French people really like sword art online. I don't. Are there any French people here, by the way? If so, tell me like how much you like Dragon Ball. いや、そう、フランスの人ね、めっちゃドラゴンボールの話してくんすよ、なぜか。It's not like weeb or not weeb, it's just, they talk about Dragon Ball. All the time. And Manufrat Panda, thank you so much. トランクスになりたい人ってフランス人だっけ？そんな人いるんだ。So maybe there aren't like a lot of like French people here, but every time I see a French person, like French people, they literally talk about like Dragon Ball and say like, I want to be Goku in the future. I want to look like Goku. Can I be friends with you? And can I learn Japanese because I want to sound like Goku? And by the way, Goku's voice in Japanese, walking swaks, is like actually one of the things I heard from a friend of mine. And yeah, they are freaking weebs. The god tier weeb. We used to grow up watching Dragon Ball because it was really popular when they introduced it to our country. Okay. Like, so, I mean, there are a lot of weebs, but they just freaking really like Dragon Ball. Like, it's kind of like, as if Goku actually saved friends or something. Like, so, in America, for example, Americans like anime because anime is entertaining, because they like, the fantasy whatever thing and whatever, right? In Friends, it feels like maybe Goku actually appeared in Friends, right? And maybe Goku actually saved their country or something. I don't know, like, I started feeling like that recently. Because their love towards Goku is insane. They literally talk about, like, if Mayweather can beat Goku or not. Like, they literally just start, like, bringing up, like, Goku. From my experience, I mean, there are a lot of, like, different people, but still. You know what I mean, though? Sora hasn't eaten lunch yet. No, I ate. Bro, I'm French and I never experienced all you said except DB fans. It must be extreme weebs. Okay. So you can say, like, all the French people I've met are weebs and, like, extreme ones. But the thing about it is, like, so I've met a lot of, like, extreme... See? In France, they have actual statues in cities to commemorate Goku. Is this real, though? If this is real, like, what I said can be actually true. Well, let me Google it. Let me Google it. Goku statue. Because we don't have, like, Goku statues in France, by the way. Dude! We don't have this in Japan. We don't have this in Japan. What is this? We don't have this in Japan. No. This is one proof. We don't have this in Japan. Let me see more. Is that real, though? I hope it's just a meme, honestly, at this point. They actually idolize Dragon Ball in France. From my experience, they really want to be Goku. Like, a lot of you, I mean, there are obviously, like, a lot of people who say, like, I don't like Dragon Ball, I don't care about Dragon Ball. It's kind of like, how it is, right? But still, the number of, like, people that I've met from friends who say, oh, I want to be Goku, is just a lot compared to, like, weebs in, like, from other countries. Like, it's just, I don't know why, though. But it's apparently a thing. So. ダフトパンクはどう？ダフトパンク聞いたことないんですよ、あんまり。聞いたことあるけど。I think it's fake. If it's fake, yeah, right. Even if it's fake, like, why is it in France, though? Is it, like, what French people, like, came up with? Or, I'm not really sure. What is this? But either way, I feel like they really like Dragon Ball. I could be wrong, but... これクリックしたらリンクが切れてるんで使えないつつが What is this? It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Well, let me check it out. Oh. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? It has to be in Japan, right? It has to be in Japan. Wait, it has to be in Japan. It's Japan though, right? It's Japan. It's Japan. Okay, yeah, I was like, what the okay, yeah, I mean, alright then. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense if it's like Japan, yeah, sure. Kanaga, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, what? I really thought like that's just what it's like in France. So I was like, what the fuck? But yeah. Doraemon, my homie. I know. Do you guys like say like Draemon or like Doraemon? I know like a lot of you guys say like Draemon. There isn't one in Japan. Alright, let me rephrase it. I haven't seen any of stuff like that in Japan in my experience. But yeah. Damn, I've been streaming for like 2 hours and like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna ready to get off because I wanna have a life! Everybody, I wanna have a life! Who's stronger, Goku or Saitama? See? Are you French? Are you French? You don't have a life, I know. Alright, so thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. I'm gonna upload something new tomorrow, which is like obviously cringy. And I'm gonna just try to read everything for like 3 minutes. So that's like VR table tennis. That's 95% accurate. Like that's what I've been doing. Alright. True. Let's see. I kinda wanna just rate your Japanese, everybody. You know, so weebs are the ones who freaking judge other people's like Japanese, right? So what happens if I just like rate their Japanese and actually make it educational? Like the point of that is like not really like, oh my gosh, your Japanese sucks, but like I'm gonna actually make it educational. Like, oh, you sound like this, so this is amazing, but you also do this and whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of curious, like what you guys actually sound like. Fan of Soras, you don't have to be my fan. You can just like join it either way. Like I'm kind of curious. Thank you, S. 僕の日本語は悪いんで全然下手で問題ないですよ。てか別にそれはそれで面白いと思うので。I wanna have a life! Everybody, I wanna have a life! Thank you so much for the donation. So like what I want to do is like maybe I might do that next week, like where you guys like join a thank you low Gandan Chad. Educate the future generation of weebs. Thank you so much for the donation. I will, yeah. So like actually letting you guys like speak Japanese on stream and see how fluent you are, kind of like a, you know, Japanese tier list, but on my channel. Like I want to do that. And the point of that is like not to mock people there, obviously. I mean, they're learning languages. Like what's wrong with it, right? But the point is to know what they actually sound like to me. And then if they like what to do to improve their Japanese more from that point. Like, because if I just like listen to them and go like, oh my gosh, your Japanese sucks, like there's like no point. Like it's not even entertaining that much. It might be entertaining for like those teenagers, but you get nothing out of it, right? So instead, I will tell everybody what the person sounded like to me, and then rate their like things like pronunciation, cultural, whatever, like everything. I'm gonna just like make a list of like, you know, the review, and then say like, so you are A tier at this, that, whatever. But let's see. So, and if you join that, some people are gonna say something like, "Oh, your Japanese is cringe," but you have to also know that like your Japanese is not cringy compared to those people who are saying like your Japanese is cringy. Because like all the people who are saying like your Japanese is cringe have never probably like learned any languages. Because when you learn languages, you sound cringy. That's just like what it's like. 金の盾ね、まだ届いてないです。未だに。So yeah, I mean, like what's wrong with like learning languages and the freaking just like sounding like a weeb? That's what you sound like when you learn languages. I mean, that's what Japanese people sound like when they freaking speak English. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So, like, all the people who say, like, oh, your Japanese is cringe, probably have never learned languages and probably never know how hard it is to learn Japanese. How hard it is to not sound cringy, right? So, and, yeah. But I'm gonna do that probably next week. Let's see. I'm gonna just like try to read everything for 3 minutes and reply to your comments as much as possible. まだペラペラじゃなくても全然いいっすよ。ペラペラだから来られてもね、それはそれで。It's not I'm nice to everyone. It's more like I just see what's inside more than anything. I don't really care about the surface. Like I don't really care about the superficial things. Some people, the thing about it is like I think it's more awesome like if you don't sound fluent but if you actually try to understand language, because there are some people who actually kind of sound fluent but like who mock Japanese people like English and whatever, and I don't really think it's a good thing. It's more about what you do with the language, what you do with the knowledge, right? So I just see what's inside. It's not that I'm being kind of like, it's not being like I'm a good person or anything. It's how it should be though, really. This is normal. Ah! What the fuck? So please fuck my ass so hard. Tell me my ass it's so tight today. Today I want you to fuck my ass so hard. So you are the one I have been looking for. You are the one. This is out of tune so hard. Tonight, just you and me, right? In this world, it's just you and me, right? So please fuck my ass so hard. Tell me my ass it's so tight today. I wanted to fuck my ass so hard. Yes, there is the song on iTunes you can listen to it maybe You cannot actually. I didn't upload it. No. Because it got rejected or something. I forgot. So, if you search like Supernatural music, you can find my stuff on Spotify, on Apple Music, and whatever. But that song specifically got rejected because of me saying like F my A. そう。学ランみたいな服ですね。これあれですよ。これ無印の無地シャツ1000円ぐらいで買えるやつ。But yeah, Remedies, thanks for the stream. It was fun. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. YT didn't care. I mean, YouTube demonetized my stuff too, though, instantly. YouTube. So it was monetized for like freaking 10 minutes or something. Then it got demonetized instantly. That was so fast. That was like in 1 second. I was like, God damn, YouTube. He did, yeah. But thank you so much, Remedies. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. So, but if you want to listen to it, it's on YouTube. Just search something like Supernatural cringy music. So. What the fuck? I'm gonna read everything. Let's go. You don't. You just have to figure out like how to deal with your hair, basically. If your hair is curly, then how do you deal with it? I want to, but yeah, let's see. $165? 72 or something, I forgot. But yeah. Nope. Maybe. I've shown my pictures in my videos before. I'm serious? Wait. Really? What do you think about India? 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 Where are you? Where are you? What do you think about India? What do you think about India? There's none. Alright, I'll sit down. God damn it. I don't anymore, no. Not yet. I doubt it. I've been playing music and I've been editing music like for freaking 12, no, not even 12, like 15 years, so I got used to it, yeah. There's like so much to talk about, like if I were to actually talk about it. But I spent so much time on it and so much money on it, so I mean, yeah. Not really. Sometimes, but not really. They know like what the differences are. Thank you, Boo Gambu, thank you. I might not. I'm gonna just like read comments for 3 more minutes. I just answered your question, bro. Maybe not. I just literally answered your question. And thank you, Armando Zia, thank you. I don't really think I can answer the question because, I mean, you are literally asking like the most virgin person ever on YouTube. Who's got like who's never been popular with girls. I'm trying to get a life, yes. His Japanese is like Dogen, well, like better than Dogen. Not sure. His Japanese is like insanely great. Yeah, like it's like Dogen tier level. %80 men, 20% women. One, because I'm American. 日本語うまいですね. Your Japanese is good, thank you. Yeah, of course. I never feel American because, like, I mean, I never. I don't speak American English though. Maybe. Let's see. 英語上手ですねですは言われないんですよ。それ逆に全然言われない。日本人に英語上手ですねって言われたことない。海外の人に Your English is good 言われたことあるけど、日本人にはマジで言われないんですよ。なんでかっていうと、日本人 question mark って聞かれるから絶対にそれ言われないんですよ。本当に今まで一回も言われたことない。なんか、あ、もうこの人外人なんだって思われてる。Alright, so I think it's been like 6 minutes, so I'm gonna get off now. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, everybody. So I'm gonna just take a shower. I'm gonna watch Justin Bieber and I'm gonna listen to Baby and probably pronounce country. And I know, like, I probably say like country sometimes, like, you know, like once every like 20 minutes. I know where I got it from, but I also like say country as well. It's like a the thing, like where you say it like because you heard somebody saying it that way, but I say it like both ways. Actually, it's one of those things. It's not like apparently. I stick to apparently. I never go like apparently, but it's one of those things. Yeah. And Donkey Kong countries. Maybe I said the countries there. Like it's kind of like milkshake kind of thing. Like, if you say milk, you say milk. But if you say milkshake, you say, like, milkshake. Whatever kind of thing. I have that, yeah. So. Donkey Kong! Anyways, I'm gonna get off now, because I feel like Hiraki is gonna probably message me or something, because he did last week. And, let me show you something amazing. So I'm gonna show you...